boom and crash indices. I'm going to share with you guys how we'll be able to make profit on this type of market, and a strategy that you can also use to make profit in this type of market as well. All right, now I'm on the crash 1000 index market right now, and what I'm seeing on this market right now is that the market is highly volatile. You can see that there are multiple spikes on the market, so the spikes have been going on for a very long period of time. So what I'll do right now is to go over to the 1 hour time frame. First of all, I'm going to zoom out of the market and observe how the markets have been going. Right now, take a look at this point here. You can see that the market has been selling for a very long period of time. There are multiple sales on this market, and in just a short period of time, the market spiked as well. All right, now what I'll do right now is to go over to the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame, I'll zoom out of the market. What I see right here is that the market is at the overbought level, so meaning that there's a higher chance that this market will drop in price movement, even if the 1 minute time frame is showing that the market is at the oversold. But take a look at the 1 hour time frame, the market is at the overbought, so the higher time frame controls the lower time frames, right? So this market, there's a chance that this market will sell. That's why you see at this point here on the 1 minute time frame, that's why you saw that there's a lot of spikes going on. So if you enter into this market, if I enter into this market for a buy, there's going to be a chance of loss on this market, right? If I enter the market for a buy at this point in time, the chances of the market going against me is a bit high, okay, because the 1 hour time frame is at the overbought. All right, that's why you saw that the market spiked right here. So you might be thinking that, oh, this market is at the oversold on the 1 minute time frame, so why the spike is still coming in, whereas the 1 hour time frame is at the overbought and there's higher volatility at that point. So you can see at this point now again, another spike came in. You can see here the market is at the overbought, so the chances of the market dropping in price movement is very high. All right, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So what I'll do right now is to go over to the crash 500 index market. Let me see how this market is doing at this point in time. All right, so the 1 hour time frame, the market is at the oversold and the market have bought for a certain amount of time. So this means that this market could sell from any given point in time. All right, from any given point in time. So what I'll do right now is to observe this market and wait after the spike that will come into the market, because if you take a look here, let me zoom in a little bit. If you take a look here, you can see that the market sold. Then when it sold, it bought, and the range at which the market bought was exactly as this red candle did, right? Exactly as it happened. Okay, remember I told you guys that there was a spike that's going to come into the market and the spike just dropped in, but that spike is a little bit small. It's a very little spike for me to enter into the market. What I'm looking for is a breakout after this bullish candle that's buying right here. It needs to break out for a sell before I'm going to enter into the market to be extremely safe on this market, right? Take a look at this point here. The market sold, it bought, and the amount of candles that bought was exactly as this red one right here, which you are seeing right now. And if you take a look at this point, the market sold up to this position, right, and it bought up to this position. If you take a look, it's almost as the same as the sell entry. What I'm talking about is the length of which the market sold and the length of which the market bought, right? You can see it sold, it bought almost at the same shape. Now what I'm waiting for here is for the market to sell. So you need patience when you're trading this type of market. You need to be patient. So if the sell that comes into the market is up to this point in time, is a good entry point for you to place a buy, because you can see that the market have sold for a given amount of time for you to enter into the market, right? Even though the 1 minute time frame is good for scalping, there's a chance that the market could sell. So what I'm doing right now is to observe that let the sale that's going to come into the market be as long as this one. The sale that I have to come to the market should be as long as this before I'm going to place another buy entry. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The sale that need to come to the market should be as long as this before I'm going to place another buy entry to avoid the market taking away my profit, because this market want to take away your profit all the time. The market want to sell all the time. The market want to sell on the crash market all the time. So whenever you're placing a buy, always put that at the back of your mind that this market want to always sell and go against me. So you need to be extremely careful and be watchful on the market so that you avoid a losing trade. All right. So while I'm waiting for that spike to come into the market, what I'm going to do is to go over to the boom market and check if I'll see any good opportunity for me to place a buy or sell entry. So I'm going to start on the boom 500 index market. So what we're looking right here is that the market is at the oversold. This is the first zoom level, showing me that the market is at the oversold position right here. But this does not define the market condition. So I'm going to go over to the 1 hour time frame and observe my entries. All right, perfect. Now this market is at the oversold as well. The market have sold for a very long period of time. Now is the market to buy. It's time for the market to buy. But on the 1 minute time frame, the market is also at the oversold. So what we're looking for right here is not a sell entry position. We're looking for a buy, a possible buy entry. All right, we're looking for a possible buy entry because this market will buy. Yeah, this market is gonna buy. All right, but I'm not gonna place a buy right now because I want to scalp this market, take advantage of small price movement, which is about 5 candle for a sell, 4 candle for a sell. Because if I place, let's say if you have a small account, you do not want to place a buy. Anybody that have a smaller account should avoid cashing spikes, because with your small account, if you tend to cash spike, you need to know that the market would be selling on the bull market. It's going to be selling for a particular period of time before the spike would come into the market. And if the spike did not come at the appropriate time that you imagined or predict that the spike would come, it will end up taking more of those capitals that you have, all right, taking more of your money. And eventually, if the time that the spike comes in was not the time that you expected, half of your capital will have been gone by then. So you see, for those that have smaller account, they should avoid catching the spikes. They should go for the small price movement, taking advantage of about 4 candlesticks, 5 candlesticks within a short period of time when they see a possible buy or sell entry. Remember, on the crash market, you look for a possible buy entry. On the bull market, you look for a possible sell entry position if you have a smaller account. All right. So since I've not seen a good entry point, what I'll do is to go over to the boom 1000 index. Remember that when you're trading this type of market, you want to be extremely careful, and also look at other indices, look at other trading markets like boom 500, boom 1000, boom 300, crash 500, crash 1000. Look at those other type of markets and see if you will be able to get a good entry position from that point in time. So what I'm going to do right now is to go over to the boom 1000 index and see if I will be able to get a good entry point from this point in time. All right, now I'm going to zoom out a little bit right now and observe into this market. What I'll do right now is to go over to the 1 hour time frame and see. All right, what I'm looking right here is that the 1 hour time frame is going towards the downward trend. All right, it's going towards the downtrend because the market have bought, so the market is going towards the oversold. All right, so we're seeing a good buy, a good sell entry point from this point in time. All right, now the market just spiked, it sold a spike. So what I'm going to do right here is to enter into a sell on 3 candlesticks. 3 candlesticks. I'm going to enter into 3 sell entry and take 3 candles from this point in time for a sell, although the market is going towards the downward trend. All right, but since we are scalping to the market and I'm using a bigger lot size, which is one lot size is a little bit is big, right? And if the market spikes, the losses on the market is going to be really much, because when the spike come into the market, it tends to take multiple buys over about 10 candlesticks sometimes, and that's going to be a very big loss for me, right? But I know what I'm doing right here, because the market is at the oversold. The market is going towards a downward trend. Even at the 1 hour time frame, the market is going towards a downward trend as well. All right, so we just complete 3 candlesticks from this point in time. So I'm going to exit this market, taking away all the profit that I've made from this point in time. All right, so I just closed the entries, and what I made from this point, from these 3 candlesticks, is about $10, right? I made $10 from this point in time. You can see that if I zoom into the market, I sold this market from here, from this point in time, and I closed at this point, got about 3 candlesticks from this point in time as my profit. All right, so when you're trading this type of market, you need to be extremely careful and do your proper analysis on this market all the time, so that you'll be able to trade this market successfully and make profit from this market. All right, remember that you need to do a proper analysis. Now if I go over to the 1 hour time frame, what I'm seeing right here is that this market is going towards a downward trend, because it has already gotten towards the overbought. So you saw that I didn't even have to use indicators to be able to confirm a good entry. So when you trade this market with time to time, you will be able to understand the price movement. You'll be able to understand how this market moves, okay, how this market works and how it moves regularly. Now this market is going towards the downward trend, so the chances of the spike coming into the market multiple times is a bit small. All right, but I just observed this market right now, that here this market already spiked for a very long period of time. From here to here, the market so then spiked again, so it's a good entry for me to place a sell. Even at this point, the spike might come into the market, but it's not that the chances are not that too high than when the market is at the oversold on the 1 hour time frame. And I hope that you understand everything that I've said, and you observe how I was able to make that $10 profit from this point in this market. If you found value, do it to like and subscribe to the channel, The Daily Forex, for more awesome trading tips and strategies. I'll see you guys on the next video.